I bow to all the seekers of truth. I am very, very happy to meet you people from Iran because the first country I visited was Iran at the time of Shah. And I found there were many people who were seeking the truth and they had freedom to do that. And we had very few people because I was staying with my brother and we didn't have a program like this. But at least 20 people came to my brother's place and got their realization. After that, you know what happened in Iran, and I lost completely contact with them. But even now, there are some people who are in Iran and who have got their realization. So I think Iran is a very old country of great culture, and before it became Islamic, it had Zoroastrians living there who had great philosophy also. Then these Islamic people also took to Islam in a very serious way. I don't know, but before Islam came, the people used to make art with human figures. And after that, they started making things of this kind where there were only flowers or cubes or geometrical drawings. It happened that I went to Shiraz and I went to Metropolis also. Saw all the places. It's full of divine vibrations. That means there have been, even before Muhammad, 5 times Zoroaster came. And then came Hazrat Muhammad, who did such a lot of work for all of us. But I think there was a little problem which took place with that. People have twisted many things by which we are put into trouble for nothing at all. Quran was not written by Muhammad Sahib, you know that, because he did not know how to read and write. So he told about it to his friends, who also did not know how to read and write. So then, the children of these, we should say his friends, they were educated, and after 40 years, after the death of Hazrat Muhammad Sahib, we can say the Quran was written. At that time, before that, a big problem started. Because you are all Shias, I am quite happy to tell you about what happened. That Abu Bakr became the head of the Islam, Abu Bakr. And he was a fundamentalist. Actually, it was Hazrat Ali who had to become the head. Ali had to become. But somehow or other Abu Bakr managed, he was a very ambitious man, to become the head of the Islam. It's a history, I am telling. Now, when he became, he tried to argue with Hazrat Ali. And he said that whatever written in the Quran is all right, and he added his own things also to it. Now, Hazrat Ali, you know, had a fight with him. I know the whole history about it because my father translated Quran into Hindi language. So I've read Quran also. quite nicely. Now, what happened? It's a history where the turning point took place. As you know, Hazrat Ali became head, but later on he was killed, and his two sons were killed. And the wife of Muhammad Sahib, Aisha, was told that you will go and fight against the truth, and you will know it when the dogs will bark. So when she went on the other side, it's called as Hawa. It happened. And dogs started barking, but still she didn't listen. And she went and told the other side of the people that whatever is Abu Bakr is saying is all right. You listen to Abu Bakr. So the rift started that time. And as you know, later on, Hassan and Hussein both were killed in Karbala. That's how Shia and Sunni two parties started. I must say, thank God you are Shias. Because Shia believe in many things which are the truth. One, they believe that you will become a wali. You have to become a wali. We have Hazrat Ali, who was himself, according to our Sahaja, he was an incarnation as Muhammad Sahib was. We worship Muhammad Sahib, Hazrat Ali and Fatima. For us, they are much more than you know in Quran, which later on you will find out how they are related to India. They are very, very great souls who came on this earth, and because these fanatics didn't understand them, they killed them. So then the Shia started feeling sad and having the matam, For that, they started wearing black clothes and having matam. But the time is over now. In that, most of the Quran was written according to Muhammad Sahib, but I think something more was added by these people who read Bible. In the Quran, Christ has been praised, his mother has been praised, Moses has been praised, Abraham has praised, and said that there have been 1 lakh walis before myself. And when he said also that I am the seal, it has double meaning. It doesn't mean that he was completely finished, after him nothing will happen, but it meant that he was the stamp of a wali. He was the stamp of a prophet. But Muhammad Sahib never said that he was divine, because he knew that if he said he was divine, they will attack him and kill him also. So he never said he was divine, but not he was divine, but he was the incarnation of a primordial master. Now, the only thing where we have gone wrong is one place where we talk of Qiyamah. Qiyamah is the resurrection. Resurrection time is described according to Bible. You don't know how much Bible has been ruined by John. John, who is, not John, by Paul. Paul is the one who came into Christianity just to use a forum for himself. He was a political man and just wanted to use it. So he gave his own ideas. And the most absurd idea he gave about Qiyamah was this, that when the time of Qiyamah will come, then the bodies of the people will come out of the graves and they will get their resurrection. This is absurd. You know very well that in the graves, what is left of a human being? Nothing. His soul goes away and his body is there, which decays, and only the bones are left. So, it's an absurd idea that people will come out of the graves after so many years, and our forefathers also will come out of the graves. It's impossible. You see, religion is logical. It is not absurd. It is not nonsense. It is the greatest sense. But we should understand how these things have been brought in. So the idea of Qiyamah was ruined, I think, by Paul, first to begin with, and these people must have taken from there something of that, because it's an absurd idea. On the contrary, as Muhammad Sahib has said, there have been 1 lakh of walis, means have been incarnations before. So, the idea of Qiyamah in the Indian scripture is much more sensible in a way, because it says that all the souls which are dead, which are hanging in different states, will take birth when the Qiyamah time will come, when the last judgment will come. And it's happening. That's why you see these days there are such nice people, there are saints, there are such beautiful people, and also at the same time you find there are such horrible, cruel, immoral, all types of people are born. Some of them look like animals only, worse than animals. So all these souls are now taking birth, and these souls are here for their resurrection. Now this is your resurrection time, no doubt. This is the time when you have to be resurrected, and this resurrection takes place, luckily, So to understand it fully, what we have to do is to know the absolute truth. And the source of absolute truth is your Atma, is your spirit, is your Ruh. And that is what one has to know. Unless and until you feel the Ruh, unless and until you are connected to Ruh, you cannot know what is the truth. It is like this, you see, instrument, which is, if it is not connected to the mains, it has no meaning, it has no identity, it doesn't work, it is useless, it won't carry my voice. In the same way, namaz is very great, but namaz is what? Is nothing but for your resurrection, a kind of a movement where you should get your resurrection. The other day I had a Muslim gentleman who came to me because he had angina and all kinds of physical problems. So it was a namaz time. So I said, you do your namaz now. He did his namaz and he felt the Ruh at that time. He felt it. In the same way, you have to first feel this Ruh which is around us. So what is the truth? The first truth is that you are not this body. You are not this mind. You are not these conditionings, these feelings, this ego, but what you are the pure spirit. That's the first truth. Because you say my ego, my body, my mind. Who is this mind? Who is the owner? Who is this I who calls itself my? So, this one is the spirit which is within ourselves. The second truth is that there is an all-pervading power of divine love, which we call as Ruh. It's all over. Now we see these flowers. It's a miracle. It has come out of one seed. Every one is different. Every leaf is different. Every color is different. Who does all this living work? Who runs your heart? You ask a question to a doctor, he'll say it's autonomous nervous system. But who is this auto? Who runs your heart? You have to find out who runs this heart. And then we come to the point where we say we don't know. Then if you go to the science cannot answer many questions. First of all, science is amoral. There is no morality about science. It deals with matter. But when you ask a question, why are we on this earth? Science cannot answer this question. So we have to find out, why are we on this earth? What is our purpose? Have we come here just to live, earn some money, pay some insurance and die. Is that our value? Have we got something more that we have to achieve? So we have to find out that the purpose of our life, why we are here. Now you'll be amazed, understand that this all is done, as he must have told you, through a power within us. Now this power is your individual mother. Everybody has this mother, and this mother is knowing everything about her. She is the power of mother. Also, Abu Bakr didn't want to talk about women. He fought with Aisha. And also later on, he fought with everyone, and he said that women do not count. That's how they put the women on the other side. But Muhammad Sahib respected women out and out. You see, but despite every effort, there is so much of truth in the Quran. First of all, he said that a woman should be married. At that time, there were lots of wars going on. You know, as they were tribes, they even gave poison to Muhammad Sahib. Horrible times. I don't know, he must have a great courage to venture into these Arabic people because they were very, very hot-tempered. But he said one thing, so many young people are dead. And with these so many young people dead, what should women do? They will become prostitutes, there will be no family life, so it doesn't matter. Have 5 wives, but marry. He didn't want women to become prostitutes. And that's why, to establish the sanctity of married life, he said, all right, at that time to marry 5 wives, you can. But there are so many rules and regulations about it. It's not compulsory because you are a Muslim, you must marry 5 times. Now, people have misused all these things to a very great extent that I'll tell you, in India, we have a problem that women, we have a separate law for Muslims. So their men marry sometimes 4 times, have 8 children. 8 children. So many children. And suddenly they say talaq, 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 finished. These 3 poor women, they are thrown out of the house, and the meher is nothing. So just thrown out of the house, and they are on the streets, absolutely living on the streets. One day I was traveling. I had gone to one place, and I saw on the our car had stopped because some problem. There was one tap, and women were coming to fill the water. Absolutely very poor. I mean, in India I've never seen such poor people. Extremely poor, their children absolutely bones, in such bad conditions. Just couldn't bear it. I felt that an ocean of compassion for them. And I asked them, what is this? How are you like this? Then they told me the story. This is what has happened, and we have in no way help from anyone. So these nonsensical ideas have brought so much brutality and cruelty to women also. Now, we have to understand that whatever Muhammad Sahib has done is for our good, for our benevolence. All this he told us to be moral people, because we have to be moral. If we are immoral, then our humanity goes away. But he said you have to have Rahmat, Rahim. All the time he talked about love. Now, so far, we have used hatred in the name of God. Everywhere, we have used the power of hatred. But now the time has come to use the power of love, of divine love, because you can feel it. It's all around you and you can feel it. If this realization takes place, you can feel it and on your fingertips. This is what in the evolutionary process. Now you are human beings, and then just a little jump, just a little breakthrough, and you can feel it on your fingertips. We have so many Muslims from different countries like Algeria, also from France. As you must have heard about Rouhani Ayatollah, he was surprised the way I gave realization to thousands of people in Paris, and they were of different races, different religions, and different nationality. And he was so sweet. I told him, now you don't have to wear black. Those days are over. Now you have to think of resurrection. So he agreed. I had taken for him a white tunic and a white turban. So he wore it very sweetly and made me wear his turban also very sweet. He was very, very sweet. And then he was to go to Algeria because they are fundamentalists who were really very cruel. So he asked me, Mother, what should I do? I said, see, now you are protected, you better go. Nothing to worry. He went there, and I am told he was very successful, and he tried to control the fundamentalists and told them that the Qiyamah time has come now. Take to your Qiyamah. That is how he solved the problem. So now we have to live in peace. No more fighting. Look at our children. In the name of God, these are some people who are interested in making money or getting power and making everybody fight. Now these Bosnia people, I feel so sorry for them. One of them I met, happened to meet. So I asked him, I said, why are you fighting? Forget it. Now, just accept whatever is there. And these horrible, these Croatians and these Serbs are terrible people. You just now give up and don't starve and die. They are not only starving, but they have nothing to eat. They are just frozen. It's worse than gas chamber, because gas chamber in a short time, but they 15, 20 days they starve and die. Just imagine. Only because they are Muslims, they are dying. So the reason he gave me was very bad, because he said, now, you see, we are dying in the name of God and we will be resurrected. If we are now dying in the name of God, we will be resurrected. Absurd. Of course not. One should not care for this land, this, that. One should care for oneself and for the well-being of your own children. This fighting going on, thank God Arafat had some sense, it's a little bit less now. But still, I would say that people have to take to peace, understand that we have to live in complete joy and happiness. Now this Sahaja is working in 55 nations. I have never seen these people quarreling with each other, fighting with each other, saying bad things to each other. Of course, they pull each other's legs, you see, joke and all that. But that's different. It's a lot of humor all the time. They're laughing and enjoying. When I was in Russia, they had this problem of the coup. And I asked them, I said, aren't you worried? There is a coup on. So they said, no, Mother, we are in the kingdom of God. Why should we worry about this Russia? It's like that. So all this is within your reach, you can get it, and really this will happen. God wants you to be happy. He wants you to be in the kingdom of God. He has created you to give you all the joy and happiness. You know a father, how he treats his son. Does he make him suffer? No. So, God is the father of all the fathers. Why will he make you suffer? Think of that. It's impossible. It's a wrong idea that for religion you have to suffer. Not at all. On the contrary, be kind to yourself. You are human beings and you all can get your realization in no time. Only thing is, it is not meant for stupid people and idiotic people. There are many idiots also. I was surprised from Egypt, we had some people who I was telling them the story. They were communists. And there were 8 people who came and they said, we want to have a conference on anti-racialism and anti-fundamentalism. And 30 persons can come, you look after our food, everything, put us up in the hotels and we'll have a conference. But then I just thought that this will happen automatically if you become the spirit. Automatically. Because you transcend. You become a different person altogether. So, what's the use of this? I said, all right, I'll say we'll have a conference on self-knowledge or self-realization or Kiyama. They fainted with the word Kiyama because they were communists, you see. So I said, all right, let us have it on self-knowledge. So what they told me, that if this is the subject, then only 7 people will come and you have to pay for their travel also. So I went to Budapest and I asked, what is this? Why do you want me to pay for your travel and only 7 people will be coming? So you know what they said? This is the stupid part of it. They said that the idea of self-realization is yours, so you must pay. The first one was our idea. These are Egyptians, imagine. I must say, Iranians are much better. I've never seen such people. That it's your idea to have the self-realization, to you pay for our travel. This was too much. This is not the way that I would like to do it. You see, so I gave up. I said, I give up. It's primitive. You have no idea at all that what religion is and what you have to have. How can you say such a thing? It is absurd. And this absurd idea they gave me, then I gave up. I said, finished. With the Egyptian communists, I don't know from where they have learned this thing. That okay, on principle, you must pay. And so this is what it is. You can understand. I know Iranians are very wise people compared to all other Muslims. But the problem is this fundamentalism that has gone into their heads. Iran is in very bad shape. We have Indo-Iran Shipping Company. My husband was chairman of shipping corporation and used to go to Iran, come back. And there's a shipping company working. Then he became Secretary General of the Maritime Organization of the UN. And that's how we came in contact with lots of Iranians and lots of people who were living there. Among all these, I think they are the first ones because they are also very ancient, very traditional. They will be the first one to take to resurrection, no doubt. And it has worked. I think I'm so happy to see you here. I was always hoping that I'll meet you, and this is your own that you should have. This is your own power, is all your own, and you all should have.